Not a kicker or a puncher here, Brock. It's safety Justin Reed to get this one going. And we're underway from Kansas City. Big shot at the end of that return as he gets it just past the 20. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Allen setting up play action. Right off the rip, he's throwing deep. And what a way to get this one started, but his deep shot falls incomplete.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Working from the gun, it's Allen. He's got this complete to James Cook. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's good for a Bills 1st down.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio. This guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
From the 36. Pass into the hands of Dalton Kincaid. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's good for a Bills 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Shotgun handoff now to Cook. And he's able to work this down to the 41. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
Second and 3. Pass complete to Cook. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a Bills 1st down.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get them enough yards for the 1st, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
1st down throw for Allen. He finds Kincaid. And he gets him around 6 there. Something he does so well. Nick Bolton making the stop. Play action now with Allen. Oh, not like this. An interception ends that drive. Justin Reed has the INT. 30. He's at the 10. And he's going to go. It's a pick 6. So we start our game off with a touchdown, Brock, but not on the side of the scoreboard that we were expecting.
Yeah, first drive on defense, the goal is to get off the field. Maybe even flip the field with field position. But to score points yourself, that's not something they honestly considered too much. That is until he started that return, baby. And they saw things lining up perfectly for it to happen.
chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. From a couple of yards deep, this is going to come out. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Back to the air, it's Allen after the pick. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop it. And a big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
I'm not sure that deficit's going anywhere anytime soon. If anything, this is a defense that sees their offense creating not a ton of separation on the board, knowing they've got to shoulder the load. And sacks like that go a long ways towards doing it.
Trying again, following the set. He's trying to push the field. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done, incomplete. And no look on his first look of the game. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
Defense with an excellent opportunity at a stop here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Allen. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Chiefs almost took it all the way back. Oh, what a return, down to the 5.
Well, that's now his 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the 2nd on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
Got it off that interception, Brock. Let's see if they can pay that off with points. Here's 1st and goal. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. His first throw. DeMar Hamlin picks it off. And the Bills take over deep in their own territory, down inside the 10. Well, they were thinking at least a field goal on the drive if they couldn't reach the end zone, right? But the interception keeps them from even getting 3 out of this possession.
You really hope at the end of this game you don't look back and go, shoulda, woulda, coulda. If we could have gotten some points out of that drive early, we wouldn't be in the situation we are in now.
Allen now on 1st down. Connects with Cook. This gets up past the 20. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. He's got Khalil Shakir. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. So before they can set up for another play, we've hit the end of the 1st quarter. Neither side separating much so far. Back to Arrowhead in just a moment. We're back for the 2nd quarter. Bills in possession of the football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Fits it through the middle. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. They'll get 18 yards there. And that's good for a Bills 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. First and 10. Here's Allen. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Now the shotgun give to Cook. And this defense offering no room at all up the gut there. No gain. Something he does so well. Nick Bolton making the stop. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's a middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
2nd and 10 now. Oh, no, they get him yet again. And the Chiefs get it back as he intercepts him for the 2nd time this game. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks him up, gets it right back for him.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked our guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
Play action, Mahomes. He fires one deep down the middle. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up. You can find pay dirt.
Reed now to kick this one away. He'll bring it out from a couple yards deep. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. It is caught left side. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. Offense in the hurry up here. Throwing now on 1st down. Allen. Shakir with the grab. And he'll get it up to the 44. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's good for a Bills 1st down. Allen. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do get home that snap.
Finds Kincaid. And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the 1st. Allen on 3rd and short. He has the 1st over the middle. And he takes it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. The Bills make it a one-score game before halftime. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you think on the other side defensively they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
That one right down the middle. And the Bills chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. His return starts at the 5. Coverage team tracks him down as the return reaches the 35. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Matt Milano in to pick it off. And the Bills get it back after a marvelous defensive effort.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Trent McDuffie getting there for the stop. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. 2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 39. Cook calls it in. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Working from the gun, it's Allen. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Justin Reed with the tackle.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Second down now, 7 to go. Again, Allen to the air. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
I think you're seeing why they like this guy in coverage, man. He reacts well to throws and is so adept in breaking up passes right through contact or before they ever reach the target.
Allen gonna throw again. That's the 1st down, and he's still going. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Just before halftime, we get a timeout. Take it.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. A final throw before the break. That one's incomplete in the end zone. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Hewitt with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. Bass now to kick this away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Pistol now for Mahomes. Hauled in by Rice. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a pickup of 26. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Now it's the first carry for Isaiah Pacheco. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Looking for Travis Kelce that time. And it sets up 2nd down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last second attempt to get rid of it.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. They fake the handoff. Now Mahomes. The Bills getting close, and they take him down. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more? Or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
3rd down, it's Mahomes. Throwing deep for the end zone. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs grow the lead coming out of halftime. DeAndre Hopkins, the touchdown. How quickly things can change, partner. The pain from being taken down that prior play, yeah, I imagine that's gone and forgotten now, and it's been replaced by the adrenaline from finding the end zone there.
Yeah, that defense could have certainly used the pass rush from the previous play because that quarterback had plenty of time to scan the field and make a throw. And he gets an immediate measure of revenge for that sack.
Reed now to kick this one away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Play action now. Allen gets this to Kincaid. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's good for a Bills first down. One play in, and already they're close to midfield. On first down, Allen. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last second attempt to get rid of it.
Back to the air, Allen. Well, right side, and Shakir has it. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down. To throw again, it's Allen. And they pick him off again. Trent McDuffie in to pick it off. Reaches the 40. At the 20. And it's a pick six as he runs it in for the touchdown. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running the back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
Offense trying to add to the defensive effort and turn 6 points into 8. Slot receiver headed left. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he's into the end zone. That play adds a couple more to their lead. Well, all things going their way through the air at the moment, partner. They pick off a throw for 6, and then they complete a pass of their own to add on 2 more.
Can I be honest with you here, Kate?
Please, please.
And maybe I'm a bad person for saying this, but every once in a while, I root for chaos.
Woo, I love it.
I mean, I wouldn't have minded a little chaos. I wouldn't have minded seeing that one go back through the air the other way and put 2 on the board, but it wasn't to be. That's excellent execution to get the touchdown on the pick 6 and put 2 more on the board.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Back to the air. It's Allen after the pick. Fits it through the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They strike for 23 yards. And that's good for a Bills 1st down. Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just 1 play. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
From the shotgun, it's Allen. Complete to Shakir. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Allen now on 1st down. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And that'll bring up 2nd down. To the air again, Allen. The screen pass falls incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Allen on the play action. Buys time, rolling right. He sends this one to the end zone. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And that brings up 4th and long.
That play is so impressive on so many levels, not just because it saves a touchdown kick. He had to time that perfectly to knock it free without drawing a flag or letting him establish possession for the score. That is so, so good.
That's caught. He found some space. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. How about 19 yards on 4th down, and the call to go for it pays off considerably.
Oh, I love 4th downs. It just brings out the very best, and you get to see how you handle the most pressure, and it turns out well, they handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing.
A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing it again here. That's incomplete, trying to set up the screen there. Looking for the back that time. So it's 2nd down coming up.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
That's to the sideline, and Shakir snags it.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
The Bills will turn to their kicker, Tyler Bass, for the field goal try. It's a 33-yard look from the right hash. Amendola able to put it through. And it gets a fraction closer as the lead's down to 18.
Your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Returning it from the 4. Now bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. It gives to Pacheco to start the drive. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. 3 quarters in the books from this one. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score. First and 10 from the 41. Running this one left. And the reverse call pays off. Some decent yardage before he's brought down.
That's just a good play to mix up what you're doing and keep that defense guessing. The execution, that's pretty well done too. Creating the space for a solid pickup.
From the 46. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Man, look at the big fellas working their tails off up front. That offensive line gave the QB ample time. Unfortunately, just no completion to be found down the field.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. They've got a man in motion. 3rd and short. Here's Mahomes. He puts some power on a deep one left. And they really went for it on 3rd down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down. He was looking DeAndre Hopkins' way there. And that leaves them with 4th and 5. Mahomes to throw for it. No place to go. They get him to the turf and force a turnover.
Well, this one never had a chance. Between the pressure right there in his face and the coverage downfield, quarterback still should have at least thrown it up there and given somebody an opportunity to make a play.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Throwing now on 1st down, Allen. Cook calls it in. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. 3rd and short in your back pocket. You can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Working from the gun, it's Allen. That's incomplete left side.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the call. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long. And it only takes a little bit for a throw to be off.
Connects with Cook. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. 1st down throw for Allen. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down.
Well, Kate, that wasn't a fast enough break for the interception, but it was good enough and a good enough break to break on the ball, get a finger on it, and force the incompletion.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Allen gonna throw again. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
That sure could be a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
He lets a big gain downfield. And in, touchdown, Buffalo. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Well, don't look up at the clock, everybody. That is certainly not their friend as they get set to try an onside kick. And the Chiefs cover up the kick. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. Well, kind of feels like we're starting to get to that point, Brock.
And what point is that, Kate?
You know, the bold point of the game where you have to try something bold could end up becoming a play that finally sinks him, though.
Yeah, it's time for desperation. Without a defensive stop here, it's really hard to lay out the scenarios for much success. Every second matters now when you don't come up with that onside kick.
And he'll get this forward, and he's stopped at the 37. After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. Shotgun handoff to Piron. And they bring him down around the 34. It's a meager 2-yard gain, but that's enough to award them the first down.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
Here's first and 10 from the 34. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
His name goes on the stat sheet for that sack, but it's the coverage who truly earned it. They go to dime coverage to shut down any type of pass, and everybody in the secondary doing their jobs, tying up the throwing lanes until they could get home to the quarterback and bring him down. That is the epitome of a coverage sack.
And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the first.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Here he is on third and long. Wow, wide open here, complete. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs make it a 3-score game in the fourth. DeAndre Hopkins, the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game.